AITA for telling my now ex that she made it hard for me not to kill her after what she did. First let me say I didn't lay a hand on my now ex-L and never laid a finger on any other woman in my life. Ashley, 26F, and me, 28M, have been together for a little over a year. To be honest, most of the relationship was good until we reached the year mark. I first started to notice messages from my friends and family going missing. Invites to hang out that we discussed never reached me. I thought I was going crazy at first because my own text conversation didn't make sense to me. Until I caught her deleting a conversation I was busy having with my cousin. I flipped out because why the hell would she do that, and we were having a conversation about a surprise birthday party for my 80-year-old grandmother, mother in my eyes. This was the first time I saw the other side of her, the yelling, screaming, saying why I always planning things without her. No, I haven't planned anything without her, and she has always been invited and included in the planning. What pissed me off more is the fact that she was trying to make me the bad guy even after I asked her input multiple times in this party for my grandmother, and she was deleting the text. I apologized for making her feel that way and promised to include her more. Me and my family and friends stays a considerable distance from each other. I'm 16 hours away from my family, so everything has to be planned. I have also noticed whenever we had plans for us to hang out with my family or friend, she always had something come up at the last minute that she desperately needed my help with, but never something when we hanged out with her friend or family. I did mention this, but she convinced me that it was just a coincidence. I never hear my phone ringing but always find missed calls on my phone and my phone conveniently on silent, something I don't do. She denied doing it. I actually thought I was going crazy a couple of times. The last straw was 4 days ago. My grandmother had a heart attack and died in hospital 2 days later. I didn't receive any text or call regarding this from anyone. She had blocked everyone from my family to friend on my phone. I initially thought my phone was quiet, but we are adults and life get busy, so didn't think much of it. That was until I ran into one of my old friend at the grocery store and he gave me his condolences for my grandmother. I asked what he was talking about, and he told me about my grandmother. I took my phone out of my pocket and saw everyone was completely blocked. When I unblocked, then the messages came flooding in. I had 1/100th of messages. I left everything and ran back home to get my car, as again, we live in a different state about 16 hours away from my family. When I got home and she greeted me with that smile like she did nothing, I exploded on her. I lost it. I asked why the fuck would she block everyone that meant something to me. I yelled at her my grandmother died and I had to find out from someone random old friend that just happened to see me. All she said was sorry, but she did it for us and my friends and family was preventing us from being together. She had to do it. I have never been that angry in my life. I wanted to lay her out. I wanted to beat her to death in that moment. I have never been that close to hitting a woman in my life. I told her to get her shit and to get out of my house. She grabbed me by the arms and told me to relax and again said I did it for us. I grabbed her shirt, pulled her in closer to me and told her if she doesn't leave in the next couple of seconds that I will kill her. I wanted to hit her and it took everything in me. All I had not to lay a finger on her. She robbed me of the final moments I could have spent with my grandmother, the woman who raised me, the woman that meant everything to me and taught me almost everything I know. I could see the fear in her eyes as she crumbled to the floor, then I let her go. It took her 10 minutes to leave my house, but as soon as she did I lost it myself. I don't know if I yelled, screamed, cried, but I destroyed my own house. All I remember was this overwhelming rage. I don't even remember half the drive to my grandparents' house. I am currently at my grandparents' house as the funeral preparations are being made. When I first arrived the family exploded on me, to where I have been, why I didn't answer them. I explained the situation and what happened. Although I think they believed me, I can still see the disappointing looks in their eyes when they look at me. According to my cousin, one of the last thing my grandmother asked for the day before she died was where I was. She robbed me of that. She robbed my grandmother or that. My now ex told our mutual friend what happened. Surprisingly, she told them the whole truth. They all said what she did was wrong and I have every right to break up with her, but I went too far by threatening to hurt her. I am an a-hole for the way I handle things. Although my actions in those moments wasn't the best, and I am ashamed. I can't in word describe the anger, rage, betrayal I felt. We'll give more details if anyone wants any. No, I left stuff out and didn't give a lot of details. Still emotional, made a list of everything and this post was one of the things I set out to do. AITA. Edit. The last message between me, my friend, and family was 6 days ago and when have gone longer without talking to each other. Life gets busy. Nobody came to my state to see if I was alright or to come and get me because the doctors told my family she wouldn't have much time left and all of them wanted to be there for her and my grandfather. They would have been together 65 years next month and he took it very hard, stopped eating and didn't sleep for those 2 days. I was basically put in the back burner. I have no hatred for any of them as I would have done the same.